Thing. Right, I want to jump on with you today and dive straight into quarterly business reviews. Now, of course, there's a whole lot of reviews that come down the other end of that, right? And if you're working with me, then you know what they are. You know that there is a daily practice that you do in the morning, and that there's a nightly review that you do. You know that there is also a weekly business review, and then there is also the weekly business planning. There is also a little step further on from that, and that's a monthly review, but this is a quarterly review. And the reason that I want to jump on and do this now is that we're at the end of a quarter. January, February, March, right? We're at the end of March. So this is the last Friday in March before we move into the second quarter. So now is the time to look at that big, juicy annual strategic goal, the goal that you're working towards for the whole year, and see, did you actually achieve the quarterly goal that you set? If you're not setting goals and you don't know where you're going to end up, right? It's really important that you know exactly where you're going. So this morning, while I drink my coffee, and hopefully you're drinking your coffee, rocking around the kitchen, getting ready for your day of work or whatever it is that you are doing today. And I want to talk briefly about the actual structure of this. So you might want to either grab a pen and paper if you can, or if it's just chaos in your kitchen right now, you can always come back and listen to this, right? I'm gonna leave it in this group. Let me just get more caffeine on board. Right. I love reviews. I really, really, really love the how-to of business reviews because they really do work. So there are three things that I want to talk to you about for the annual business review. They are feelings, directions, and start, stop, and keep. So I'm just going to dive on into it because I know that you're all busy. So first of all, how you do an annual business review. Find somewhere quiet, right? Like you need to actually be quiet and able to breathe and able to think. So the morning time is perfect. So maybe you want to get up early on Saturday morning tomorrow and have or if you're listening to this, I'm going to put this also into my, send it out to my emails. And so you will get this on a Sunday morning. So if you are getting this video on a Sunday morning, Sunday is a perfect time for reflection. It has a whole different energy Sunday, doesn't it? I love Sundays, my absolute favorite day of the week. It just feels so chill. So make sure it is a chill day. Make sure you're in a place where you can really just relax and kind of get into it. Because if you're fraught and you're rushing through it, you just be wasting your time, right? You're better off not to do this if you're going to actually rush through it because it needs a higher level of thinking. And that's one of the things about business success. You need to always make sure that you're actually in the right vibe and have got the right brain mode turned on for whatever you happen to be doing. Otherwise, you're just doing busy work and adding to your load and taking away from space and creativity and actually making your business succeed. So find a quiet space. If it's not quiet at your house, go out to a cafe and put AirPods in, go to the beach. You can do this anywhere, right? You don't need to take your computer with you because you probably know, you should know your goal inside and outside, right? If you don't know your goal, if you haven't set an annual strategic plan, then it's probably time for you to talk to me, okay? They're not as scary as what you think. They're actually relatively easy. It's just the corporate world has made them sound a little bit scary. But you definitely need an annual strategic plan, and then you need your quarterly goals, which are kind of like the markers to measure, what are you going to achieve there, and there that'll eventually get you to the goal. You need to chunk it down into those quarterly goals. Otherwise, it's just pie in the sky. If you're setting a juicy annual strategic goal, but you haven't marked out what are the actual steps that you're going to take, then you're probably not going to get there. You're certainly going to get there if you map out the steps and you're taking aligned actions. But that's a whole nother topic for another day. So let's dive on into doing these reviews. Like I said, it can be pen and paper, it doesn't have to be a computer. First thing that you want to do is you want to review how you're feeling. So cast your mind back over the last 3 months, January, February, March. What are your feelings? What have you really thoroughly enjoyed doing? What are the bits of your business that are lighting your soul on fire? Like for me, that's inspiration with Sparkle Nation. I love that so much because it's beautiful. The energy feels right. Like the energy is really important to me. So I obviously have beautiful people in my emailing list because it feels sparkly and wonderfully aligned, right? Like energetically aligned for me. What in your business is feeling beautiful and sparkly and energetically aligned for you? Because when it feels good, you will be successful with it. Does it make sense? If something feels heavy and yucky, it's going to tank your energy, and you need your energy to be sparkly so that you're magnetic to clients, but also you're not going to want to do it. You're not going to want to turn up and actually do it. So what has you excited? What has you flowing? And what parts over January, February, March made you feel a little bit heavy and yucky when you really think about it? Like, what made you just be like, ugh, I just don't want to do that? Like, maybe it's a part of your business that you no longer want to do. Like, maybe you are churning out a particular type of photo sessions. Maybe you're putting out of art. Maybe you are coaching a particular group of people that just no longer feel aligned, because your soul is constantly evolving, right? So you need to constantly evolve what you're doing in business. And just because you've set an annual strategic plan and you've got your quarterly goals, no one says you have to stick to them. Darling, you are the boss of your business. You can change shit that doesn't work. I think sometimes we get so tied into what our goal is, we forget that we're the boss, right? And you can change any shit that's not working for you. Just cut that shit off and move it in another direction. Don't move towards something that feels yucky, because even if you get there, because let's face it, you can get to any goal with hustle, right? But how are you going to feel when you get there? Empty, yucky, and have emptier pockets, right? When you're doing something that's fun and feels amazing, you're going to feel amazing, and you're going to make more money, and your clients are going to get a better service from you. Okay, so that's the feeling. So really, really feel into the feelings. What are the things that feel heavy, and what are the things that feel light? Don't worry, we're coming to the action part for those. And then directions. If you think about the actions that you've taken over January, February, and March. So for me, I've been working on setting up this, well, actually it's been going for a long time. I've just never publicly announced it because I guard the energy so jealously, but I'm being called to offer it to everyone now. It's Fempowered Empire Building Mastermind. And we talk about the energetics of sales, and like, it's just super powerful. So pretty soon that's coming to you. So what I'm telling you is, with January, February, and March, when I think about what I've been doing in those months and rebranding and changing my name and working on my website and all of those things, is it going to get me to my end goal, right? And when I think about it, yes, if I continue to do those things, it will get me to my end goal. So really think about it. The actions that you have taken in the last quarter, are they the right direction for you? Are they leading you to the path that you actually want to be on? Pretty important, right? Or if you think that, well, actually, I've been getting up at 8 o'clock instead of getting up at 5 o'clock, and I haven't done any of the things on my annual strategic plan or my quarterly goals. I haven't contacted the magazines. I haven't done anything I said I would. Then the trajectory that you're on is to not achieve the annual strategic plan. Like, it's important to do these reviews so that we can take a good, hard, cold look in our business's face, right? Like, unless we're actually looking at what's going on, we could just end up somewhere entirely else. Okay, and then the last bit, and this is really good: start, stop, and keep. So when you think about your big direction and your overall annual strategic plan, what do you need to start doing now in order to get there? What do you need to stop doing in order to get there? And what do you need to keep doing in order to get there? So this is real high level thinking. This isn't writing out any actions, but of course you might then write out your actions and put them into your diary and plan around those. But this is a quarterly review. Okay, I hope you've thoroughly enjoyed that. I've thoroughly enjoyed giving it to you. And you all said to me that you wanted more structure and how-to in your weekly emails. So this is part of that. Have a fabulous day forward. And remember, together we shall rise.